what if that's the very reason you're exhausted by the afternoon? Over the next few minutes, I'll share 4 morning mistakes I see busy professionals make every single day. Let me ask you a question. How do you spend the first 30 minutes after you wake up? If you're like most busy professionals, you've already checked your emails, WhatsApp, or LinkedIn before you've even had your breakfast. It feels productive, but what if that's the very reason you're exhausted by the afternoon? Over the next few minutes, I'll share 4 morning mistakes I see busy professionals make every single day, and a simple system that's helped my clients take back control of their mornings without waking up at 5 a.m. or doing anything extreme. Let's be honest for a moment. What does your morning actually look like? Your alarm goes off, and before you've got out of bed, you're checking your phone, emails, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, Slack. Before the day has even started, your attention already belongs to everyone else. You grab a coffee because you're tired. Maybe you didn't sleep as well as you hoped because you were still replying to emails late the night before, telling yourself, just one more message. Then you open your laptop and immediately start solving problems. Client issues, staff questions, meetings, and deadlines. Before you know it, it's lunchtime, and you realize you haven't spent a single minute on the things that actually move your life or your business forward. The interesting part is, this isn't because you're lazy. Quite the opposite, actually. You're hardworking, you're committed, you're disciplined. But somewhere along the way, you confused being busy with being productive. You started every day reacting instead of leading. And when you begin your day that way, it's no surprise you feel mentally drained before the afternoon has even arrived. This is why it matters. Your first hour sets the tone for the rest of your day. If it's reactive, your brain stays in the same state for hours. Decision fatigue starts before 9 a.m. instead of building naturally. That means the decisions you make at 2 p.m. about hiring, pricing, direction are being made by a brain that's already been running on empty since it woke up. So this isn't just about energy. It's about the quality of your leadership. And most people think the answer is to wake up earlier, or become more disciplined, or find the perfect morning routine. But I don't believe that's the real problem. The real problem is that you've never created a boundary between your life and your work. So from the moment you wake up, you're already available to everyone else. Emails, messages, calls, problems to solve. Before you've even had a chance to check in with yourself, you're already carrying everyone else's agenda, solving everyone else's problems. That's why you feel drained. It's not because you lack discipline. It's because you've never given yourself permission to start the day on your terms instead of everyone else's. Let me explain this. Here's what's really happening underneath. Most busy professionals I work with are unknowingly reinforcing an identity that says, I'm only valuable when I'm producing or when I'm productive. See, that belief is why checking your phone first in the morning feels responsible, and protecting time for yourself feels selfish or even irresponsible. You have built an identity where your worth is measured by your output. So naturally, the moment you wake up, you go looking for something to produce, solve, or respond to. But here's the identity that actually builds a sustainable business. I lead best when I'm not depleted. And this identity, protecting your first 20-40 minutes, isn't a break from being a busy owner. It's what makes you a better one. The system I'm about to show you only works if you make this shift first. Otherwise, it's just another task you'll abandon under pressure. Here's the Beyond Fit 3-step morning system. None of it requires you to wake up earlier. Step 1, the delay rule. No phone for the first 30 minutes after waking up. This breaks the pattern of starting the day in reactive mode. Step 2, the anchor action. Before opening your laptop, do one thing unrelated to business. Take a walk, say your gratitude, say your prayer, take time to eat a proper breakfast or stretch. This signals to your nervous system that you exist outside of the business before it takes over. Step 3, the first decision. Before touching any email, write down the first thing or the one thing that matters most today. This means you choose to engage with your inbox. It doesn't choose your entire day for you. So, delay, anchor, decide. Proof of the identity. I lead best when I'm not depleted, not just another item on your to-do list. I'll be honest with you. There was a time when I thought I had the perfect morning routine. See, every morning I'd wake up and exercise. I believed that putting myself first physically was the best way to set the tone for the day. I thought discipline was the answer. If I trained, I felt like I was winning before the day had even started. But over time, I realized something. I didn't really have a problem with discipline. I didn't have a problem with mindset. I didn't have a problem with strength. My real struggle was that I was going through some difficult moments in life. And what I was actually looking for wasn't more discipline. It was peace. I kept trying to solve an internal problem with external actions. Training made me stronger. It didn't necessarily make me more peaceful. The shift happened when I stopped asking, how can I become stronger? And started asking, how can I find peace regardless of what's happening around me or in my life? For me, that answer was gratitude and prayer. Now, before I check my phone, before I look at emails, before I think about clients or work, I speak to God first. That is basically how I ground myself. Because what I've learned is that when I start my day from a place of peace, I make better decisions, I'm calmer, I'm more present with my family, my clients, but also with myself. The strength was never the missing piece. Peace was. And ironically, when I found peace first, everything else, including my work, my focus, and even my training, became better. Here's a wonderful story. One of my clients owns a successful business with around 30 employees. Every morning he'd wake up, grab his phone, and immediately start replying to emails, WhatsApp messages. notifications. Before he'd even brush his teeth, his brain was already solving everyone else's problems. By 10 o'clock, he felt like he'd been working all day. Yet, he hadn't actually worked on his business. So we made one simple change. For the first 30 minutes of his day, the phone stayed away. Instead, he went for a short walk, ate a proper breakfast, meal prepped his lunch, and decided on the one thing that would move his business forward that day. See, his workload didn't change. His meetings didn't change, but his focus did. Instead of reacting to everyone else's priorities, he started leading his own day. So here's your challenge. Tomorrow morning, try one simple thing. Don't touch your phone for the first 30 minutes after you wake up. Instead, take a moment to think about the one thing that if you got it done today would make the biggest difference. Start your day with intention, not reaction. This is what I want you to remember. Your calendar doesn't reveal your priorities. It reveals your identity. The mornings you protect are proof of who you're becoming, not just another routine. If this hit close to home, this is exactly what we work on inside Beyond Fit. Not generic fitness routines, but identity level systems built around your real schedule as a busy professional or entrepreneur. So book a complimentary executive health audit using the link below. And if this was useful, subscribe to our channel. Every week I break down one specific problem busy professionals deal with every single day. My name is David Billy, and remember, always protect your most valuable asset.